Good evening to everyone. So I am welcoming the speaker, Dr. Abraham Verghese. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. Now, see, we all in the college we used to study about extension, and extension is one of the three wings: extension, research, and education. That's the concept with which agriculture program has been built up. Now, extension over the years have gone into many radical changes. It is just not an interface with farmers or having a farmers mela or an exhibition or things of that sort. All that has been bracketed under extension. But the real extension today in the current scenario is extension is complete only when farmers adopt. See, what I say or what I show, what I tell, there should be an adoption. And 80% of the adoption that is taking place today is only the products. So the products are important. So we may, and 20% would be the knowledge. Knowledge like, spacing of a crop, for example, is a knowledge. Or the frequency of irrigation is also a knowledge. This is part of all knowledge. But the actual product is what you put on the shelf in the market is what the farmer is adopting, be it chemicals or be it seeds or an agri post-harvest product. And the business is directly proportional to adoption of the products, which is what we should know. So if we are getting into business, we should see that there is an adoption of the products. Next. Now, we all want to be a consultant, we say. Now, a good consultant is a good extensionist, okay? And an extensionist is a person who will sell the products, who will transfer the product to the farmer. So, and therefore, a good extensionist should be one of the graduates of your college or any other agriculture college, or those who have sufficient knowledge in an ICR system, for example, or in a KVK system, and only they can transfer. Why I'm saying this is there are consultants in the field today, which we have found, who do not have a background of agriculture or agriculture system knowledge. For example, he doesn't know much about the soil, doesn't know much about the seed or the variety or the agronomy, but he becomes a consultant over a period of time, which and charges heavily on a farmer, especially the grape growers, the pomegranate, the horticulture. And so basically a consultant should be a plant health doctor. That means we don't prefix doctor so-and-so if we have a base agri, but we can always suffix saying that we are a plant health doctor. And the plant health doctor should be good in transferring knowledge right from the seed to the marketing and up to the post-harvest. See, all the courses which we learn in agriculture in a 4-year BSc Agri should all come to the field. And again, the emphasis is on the local language and the local knowledge, and the local language is important. Next. Now, which means to say a consultant always should be local. I cannot go and become a consultant in North India or Maharashtra or somewhere where I'm not fluent with the people, with the local situation, the total crop or whatever it is. But suppose Dr. Krishna Priya says somebody comes to Coimbatore from North India, learns the local language Tamil, and after his service in ICAR, can become a consultant for sugarcane in that region because they got adapted to the situation. So there's a local element emphasis. So we cannot get out of it. Now, one of the things which I personally would say, and which should not be like a bomb to you, consultancy should be free, absolutely free. Now, you may ask why, and you will know why. consultancy should always be free. Now, I'm educated in the Agriculture University, and I pay in a year a fee of say 1,000 rupees. The university in turn, or the government in turn, would invest almost 20 or 30 times more than what I pay on me. Now, it is therefore my responsibility to give it back to the farmers. Therefore, consultancy should be free. Now, if there are areas where some of you may differ on this, but with relation to inputs, I'm talking, not with relation to having mega projects. Suppose you have a mega shrimp export kind of a business in mind, or say even an orchid export business in mind, and which doesn't involve the input part of it, then that consultancy is different. So I'm talking about consultancy that is linked to the products. So when you are going to the field for consultancy from an input point of view, you should be familiar with all the products, because 80% of the time in the field, it is transfer of products, TOP, and 20% of the time only is TOT, transfer of technology. So transfer of products is becoming very crucial, but less recognized. So everybody thinks, the extension specialist does the job, but they do the transfer of technology, or they give us the method of doing it, and things of that sort. So, but not the products. According to Manage, there are nearly 3 lakh practicing agri-input dealers. And what is very important is they are the prime source of farm information. Now, a farmer first goes to the input dealer. They don't go to the ICR Institute. They don't go up to the university. They don't go to the KVKs first. They go first to the input dealer. They discuss with them. And the first contact point is very important. Therefore, if you want to be a good consultant, you should be strongly associated with an agri-input dealer, or you should become one. And that is what I've trained my students to be. So we have already started on a startup mode, 3 startups. One in Shimoga, one in Bangalore, one in Tumkur area. And these 3 startups are also input dealing. A consultant, therefore, now I'm talking about a consultant, means a consultant who is a technically sound person in agriculture. He should be a consultant, because somebody, I request the people to mute their systems, kindly.
Yeah.
Then
I think admin can mute all of them, sir.
Yeah, the admin can mute, except the one who's speaking and one who's sharing.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Therefore, a consultant who is genuinely from an agriculture qualified system, he would be giving only optimum inputs to the farmer. So from here onwards, I'm not going to use the word dealer. We are not dealers. We are suppliers. So optimum input supplier, OIS. A consultant is an OIS, is an optimum input supplier. So, when we go to the farm, the farmer and the input dealer, typically who's not knowledgeable, he would say, you mix this, plus this, plus this, plus this. There is a cocktail given to the. We should not allow that to happen. We should be able to give the optimum. Next, that's a good consultant. If you carefully see, farmer who comes, we talk to him, we ask him we diagnose what is his problems, and then we tell him this is what we have to do. Either when we go to the field, every alternate days, one of our staff team members go to the field. Then we arrange the input supply, and we ensure him, guarantee him the quality. And when he adoption sign is, he will come again for the product. He will tell his family members, his friends. We have, in statistics, we have what is known as a snowball sampling. That is, one farmer adopts, he tells two of his neighbors says two more, and it goes in a very geometric progression. So we've seen that effect happening, and you need not have a big geographical area. Say one taluk has one. So suppose you 100 shops you will run. There is no business stoppage. That is a good thing about this input supply, because you in core areas there is enough need and demand for many of these products. And when I say, see, certainly my consultancy, I don't include, say, for example, how to become a good beekeeper, or training a person in grafting, and how to all that doesn't come into our focus. Our focus is mainly on products, transfer of genuine products. Now, you will always think if you sell the products on MRP only, you will get enough profit. No, most of our profit is between 5 and 10% only on a product, only 5 and 10%. But where our profit or our business comes is in the volume. At the end of the day, the volume gives us the returns. So this is a very viable model, and they see program under manage. They are trying to train at least about, say, 12 or 15,000 input dealers or whatever it is, But that is very inadequate. So what I would encourage the Alumni Association, those who have retired, those who are the youngsters who are coming out of the college, they all have free access to become input dealer. Now, input supply shop is only a place where you need to have a shop. Okay, you don't have much investment needed unless you put a plant health clinic. Now, once you put the thing, then there are regulatories. There are regulatories by the Department of Horticulture and the seed and the fertilizer. You need to get all those licenses in a proper way. And nowadays, most of these are online, so they are transparent. And many times, what we have found is there can be minor issues, but you can get it resolved, because usually in the horticulture department or agriculture department, soils, wherever, most of them are again alumni only, who are the officials. So nobody can put a break to all this. Then number 2 is this kind of input supply system and plant health clinic as a startup is well encouraged by the government of India. And see, we got the Ministry of Primary Industries and Commerce approval within 2 months, the certificate. The quarantine certification we got within, again, a couple of months. We are certified on those grounds also. We have got all the license. So you should have all these things also in place. So when we do a business, we need to do it the fair way. And when the farmer confidence is built, and it has to be local. See, we don't have farmers coming from far-flung places. Very few. For example, my fruit fly traps, which are not available very easily. We have requests coming right from Punjab governors, and we have our system of transporting. But otherwise, it's highly localized. And we have only 3 lakh input dealers. And in my assessment, or maybe you all make an assessment, every 4 or 5 village clusters need. And if we calculate, we may need at least 50 lakh input dealers in this country. So the scope is immense. The growth potential is immense. Now, let me tell you, if a consultant is an optimum input supplier, you know, over a period of time, the farmer gains confidence in him or her, okay? And the OIS, the optimum input supply, leads to reduced input cost, okay? And reduced residues, more friendly to the environment. It is need-based, you know. And when the investment is less, the farmer tends to get more income. And when the farmer gets more income, he would tend to believe you. And this is exactly what has happened in our place, wherever we have been operating. In the last 1 year, many of the consultants have left, except those who are very specialized. But they come and ask us, why are you giving it free? I said, we give it free because, and I'm answering you all also, why we should give it free? We will give it free because we are transferring products, and the products are sold from our business centers, and on the products is our income. So there's no free service. See, this is a business model which I'm talking, but we have to get the confidence of the farmer. That is important. And then we also do one more thing in the farm. We take these products, you know, and we use these products, be it seed, be it fertigation, be it plant health products, whatever. We do it in the field with them as part of the field, and we'll see, you see it. You see the result. And we don't follow a typical RBD or analysis of variance and all. We don't do. We just take 3 different segments of his plot with his permission and ask him, you see. If he says yes, and all this is within a matter of week or 2, we decide on the product. And for the product to be tested, we don't give him free. We tell him you have to buy it. You buy it at the, we'll give you at the selling price. You take it, but use it. See, when he buys it and use it, he looks at it and gives us the feedback. And this model has been working very well with many grape growers, pomegranate growers, potato growers, vegetable growers, you know, most of them, and my areas are all horticulture crops only. So what happens at confidence building, and then they come for that product to our agri supply center. So our business center. Now that is important. Then when we give them the products relevant to their crop and their situation, we also see that it is need-based. Though it is taught to us, be need here, we are told threshold level, etc., etc. But when suppose he's taking beetroot, you know, we tell him the right variety to be taken up, suiting that soil condition. You do it, and when he does it, he gets good market. And then we tell him you don't have to do any sprays because there is nothing going to happen to a crop like beetroot. So only thing, take care of the nutrition. And when otherwise they have been spraying fungicides and insecticides and everything which the input dealer says or the consultant says. And when we see that we relating with him is bringing him profit, you know, he kind of becomes our client. And that is what. So initially when we started the input supply shop, we had a daily footfall of say maybe 5, 10, 20. Today, it is anywhere between 100 to 150. We have to open the shop at 8 o'clock, and till 8 in the night, with great difficulty, we close the shop. So farmers are always crowding and coming and seeking, interfacing with us. And then one more thing which I have found, which is very important, is discourage credit. Never give a farmer, say, okay, you take it, give tomorrow. And the whole concept was that farmer will never buy. Now we'll tell him, what is your problem? You customize your recommendation based on his capacity, and I'll tell him, leave a little bit of land fallow. When you invest and find loss, the economics is quite a different ball game. In the economics, you don't grow anything, and so you save on the investment, but you don't run into loss. So you have to customize your recommendation, not only on the crop, not only on the weather, but also on his capacity to pay. See, that is very important. This dimension has never been brought into focus. We always think a farmer is poor. Farmer is never poor. He is overspends, sometimes, and unnecessarily spends and unnecessarily made to spend. And therefore, he runs into loss. So, we have this, you've started the supplier, input supply shop. Now, no more call it an input dealer shop. We have crossed that stage. Now, it should be a plant health clinic. You're not just keeping products on the shelf alone. See, we have a plant health clinic attached to this input shop. And here, what we do is, or we interface with the university. And many students are also encouraged to intern with us. And so what happens, we have a desktop where we focus, we immediately Google and show him the symptoms, the diseases when he brings this material. We tell him, see, this is what it is. And, we make him understand. So which is far easier for us to do, show him the images than he himself trying to Google and do. And many of them will not be able to do also. So what we tell, we kind of diagnose this problem. See, we have microscopes, we have BOD incubators where we can incubate, we have laminar flow, with us. And if you have a nearby friendly college where we can interface, then you don't have to invest on these. Now, another important aspect is we interface for them in marketing. See, for example, Big Basket or Reliance, and we tell them, now these are the people who will give you residue-free fruits. We are guaranteeing them because we are professionals and we give them that guarantee, and they go and source the food from the farmers. So farmers get, for example, it is tomatoes. They get a few rupees more. But if he has to take it to the market and bring and transport, things are difficult. Extremely successful is our program in pomegranate. Pomegranate, from the planting material up to the market, is completely under our package. And marketing is at the farm gate. So pomegranate, it's a big hit for us, followed by potato and banana. Next, Rashmi. Now, if you see this, this is our one of our plant health clinics, and we also will be soon starting the phytosanitary certification, which the government is now outsourcing. Now, here, one thing which I would like to tell is that one of the important area which we can do very successfully is the dissemination. Now, dissemination, when you say, we always think, we'll tell them to go and see the package of practice, for example, or we'll tell them go to an ICR institute and get the folder, bulletin, and all that. That may not happen on time. For example, I tell you, when the Thrips parvispinus came on chilies in Guntur and North Karnataka, the insect environment, my journal, we blogged for the first time within a matter of 10 days, the actual plant protection protocols, approved by the plant protection advisor. And through him, we circulated. See, if a typical government organization has to do this, they will take more than 1 month's time. See, you have to get it ready, you have to prepare it, and you have to get the approval, then the administrative officer has to clear it, the accounts officer has to find money, all that. See, some of our flyers, extension flyers, are produced within 2 or 3 days. And the advantage we have is we can tell the actual trade name. We will tell this is the trade name. The trade name available locally, we'll put, and we send a flyer and WhatsApp. We produce YouTube's programs. So this is how we need to go forward. Next. Okay. Now, if we are using biopesticides or any products for that matter, what we do is we have our own lab bioefficacy testing, field testing. Because one thing with the input supply system is we get a lot of spurious products. So we have to be very careful. In fact, you say pros and cons. One of the difficulties is this. Bogus products come, especially when it comes to microbials or phytotonic or things of that sort, would drop in. We have to test them all. For example, there are many people producing what is known as Jivarasa or whatever it is, but we need to have a quick test to do whether they have fulvic acid, humic acid, and then is it going to be beneficial, or is it nothing but plain salt water or whatever saline solution or whatever it is, So we need to be very careful about that. And then, as I told you earlier, farmers should be involved in the field testing. Even if, suppose if there's an insect, and you want to recommend the right insecticide, you tell him to spray at least on one portion of the land and say, give the response. And he will tell 10 others and then say that product is available in my shop and there's a queue for it. This is what we have seen, And one of our successes is good bioproducts. We have been able to market, especially in the pre-harvest stage. And in the pre-harvest stage, when you use bioproducts, one of the important things is there is residue-free product which is coming out in the end. Next. So that we have found that as a big success. Thanks to all of you for your patient hearing. So I must thank the Alumni Association and wish all of you very well. And thanks so much.